Hana lived in a small mountain town where winters were long, silent, and filled with silver snowflakes that drifted like forgotten wishes. Every morning, she played an old piano in her family's tea house, filling the wooden walls with melodies that only the mountains seemed to answer. One evening, just as closing time approached, the door opened, and a young man stepped in, wearing a white coat dusted with snow. His name was Junseo, a traveling photographer who said he was drawn inside by the sound of her piano. His eyes held the softness of first snow, and when he smiled, Hana felt something warm she hadn't felt in years. He stayed to listen, his camera resting on the table as he watched her play. The next day he returned, and the next, always with new photos of the snowy mountains and stories of distant cities. Hana, who had never left her town, listened like each word was a doorway. Slowly, they grew close, walking through silent paths, sharing warm tea, laughing as snowflakes landed on their eyelashes like tiny stars. But there was a quiet sadness behind Junseo's smile that Hana could never understand. One night, under flickering lantern light, he confessed a secret. He was slowly losing his eyesight. Soon, he would no longer be able to see the world, the mountains, the snow, or the people he loved. His last wish was to capture every beautiful moment before darkness arrived. And Hana's music was the most beautiful thing he'd ever found. Shaken, Hana tried to stay strong, playing songs just for him every night, letting her music become the colors he was losing. Junseo asked her to take him to her favorite places, hidden waterfalls, frozen lakes, a hill where lanterns glowed like fallen stars. He photographed everything with trembling hands, memorizing the world through his heart. One night during a heavy snowstorm, he asked Hana to play the song she had never shared with anyone. Tears streaming down her face, she played slow, fragile notes filling the winter air. Junseo closed his eyes, listening like he was storing every sound in eternity. When the final note faded, he whispered, "Even if I can't see you, I will always hear you." The next morning, his vision was almost gone. He handed her his camera with every photo he'd taken, snowy roads, lanterns, her smiling beneath a snowfall. Spring came, melting the snow, but Junseo never returned. Hana continued playing, believing her music still reached him somewhere. Months later, a letter arrived. Junseo wrote that he had lost his sight completely, but when he listened to music, he could see again in his heart. He asked her to come to the city for a concert he had arranged. When she walked onto the stage, Junseo reached out instinctively, recognizing her by the sound of her steps. As she played their song, he held her hand, tears falling, saying, "I may have lost sight, but I found my world in you." And in that moment, as the audience fell silent, Hana realized that love did not need eyes to be seen. It only needed two hearts listening.